How important to the Watchtower Society is the date of 607 BC for the destruction of Jerusalem by Nebuchadnezzar? Well, move forward 2,520 years from 607 and you come to 1914 AD, which is when the pre-nascent JWs decided Armageddon was to occur. They later changed this to the time when Jesus returned to this kingdom because of their prophecy about Armageddon had failed. In 1919, Jesus allegedly chose the JWs of their day as his faithful and discreet slave of Matthew 24. The problem is that all historical scholars and archaeological evidence confirms the date of 586 or possibly 587 as the date of the destruction for Jerusalem. The date of 1914 AD is a key foundation in the Watchtower Society's house of cards. Remove the 607 BC date and the whole pack comes tumbling down. Strangely enough, the Watchtower's own literature also confirms the date of 586 BC. Let's have a look. What we're going to do is calculate the date for the destruction of Jerusalem using only the Bible and the Watchtower Society's own data regarding the reigns of Babylonian kings. The list of relevant kings can be found in the Watchtower book Your Will Be Done on Earth on page 365. Note this date the Watchtower tries to sneak in here. We'll start from the Watchtower's and scholars' accepted date of 539 BC for the end of the Babylonian Empire. Working backwards should lead us to 607 BC for the destruction of Jerusalem. The last Babylonian king was Nabonidus, who reigned for 17 years, so started in 556 BC. Before him was Labashi-Marduk, who reigned for only 9 months, so started in 557 BC or possibly 556. Before him came Neri-Glissar, who reigned for 4 years, so commenced in 560 BC. Before him came Evil-Merodach, who reigned for 2 years, so started in 562 BC, and not in 582 BC, as the Watchtower would have you believe. Before him came good old Nebuchadnezzar, who reigned for 43 years, which means he must have started around 605 BC. All these dates are agreed by secular scholars. Work forward 19 years from 605 BC, as this is how long Jeremiah 52 tells us it took before Nebuchadnezzar destroyed Jerusalem. And you end up with a date of, trumpet call please, 586 BC, as agreed by scholars and archaeological evidence. So, what does this mean for the Watchtower Society? According to the Watchtower Society, the 607 BC time leads to the 1914 date for Jesus' return. The 1914 date leads to 1919, being the date Jesus allegedly appointed the faithful and discreet slave, which position the Watchtower Society, or more precisely the governing body, takes for itself. If 607 BC is not the right date, then 1914 is not the right date. If 1914 is not the right date, then 1919 is not the right date, and the governing body is not the faithful and discreet slave. If the governing body is not the faithful and discreet slave, then what they are saying is wrong. If you are a Jehovah's Witness and have put your faith in the governing body as Jehovah's faithful and discreet slave, then this ought to be very worrying indeed, and you should consider where your faith should really lie.